Listen, I don't know about you, but when I heard the words Toy Story 5, I thought, hang on a second, didn't we already say goodbye twice, right? Toy Story 3 gave us that emotional furnace blast of an ending. Toy Story 4 waved Woody off into the sunset. And yet here we are, Pixar looking us square in the eyes and saying, no, 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 you're not done crying yet. And honestly, I'm buzzing, absolutely buzzing. Because let's face it, Toy Story has never missed. This is one of those rare franchises where every single film has landed with heart, humor, gorgeous animation, and that sneaky emotional gut punch you never see coming. And now, with the fifth one hitting cinemas on June 19th, 2026, we've got a brand new adventure, and yes, one of the weirdest, wobbliest, most existential little lads in Pixar history is coming back. That's right, our boy Forky. Tony Hale has confirmed it. He's been in the booth, recording his lines, and he's teased that this one's going to be really special. Now, Tony Hale is not a man who oversells. The guy's brilliant at quirky, offbeat comedy. So if he's genuinely saying this is going to be special, I'm listening. Let's rewind a moment. Forky was introduced in Toy Story 4, and come on, that character could have been a total throwaway gag. A plastic spork with googly eyes glued on? That's not a star. That's a craft project you forget at the bottom of your school bag. But somehow, Forky became one of the most memorable characters in the whole series. Why? Because he wasn't just funny. He was existentially funny. The bloke didn't even think he was a toy. He was convinced he was trash. That's deep. That's tragic. That's hilarious. He literally kept trying to throw himself in the bin. And through that, we got this brilliant lens on the Toy Story world. What makes a toy? How does sentience work here? Why does a plastic spork spring to life when Bonnie scribbles on it with pipe cleaners, but a whole mountain of Lego in Andy's room just sits there like a silent brick graveyard? The films don't really answer that, and I love that they don't. But with Toy Story 5 and rumors about it exploring the toy's relationship with modern tech and digital entertainment, Forky suddenly becomes the perfect bridge. Think about it. Forky was created by a child's imagination from literal rubbish, and he came alive. What happens when kids aren't making toys out of scraps anymore, but building worlds in Minecraft or giving life to AI companions on tablets? Are those creations toys? Do they count? Do they come alive when the lights go out? That's a fascinating, slightly spooky idea. And Forky, with his awkward innocence and his what am I identity crisis, is tailor-made to ask those questions on screen. Now, of course, the returning cast is a big deal too. Tom Hanks back as Woody, Tim Allen as Buzz, Joan Cusack as Jessie. It's the greatest hits. And Pixar doesn't just throw these people together for the sake of it. Every film has had a clear emotional core. My hunch is that Forky is going to be central to whatever the next leap in the story is. Remember, in Toy Story 4, Forky wasn't just comic relief, he was the catalyst. His chaos sent Woody and the gang off on that whole road trip adventure. He made Woody realize he wasn't Bonnie's favorite. He wasn't the leader anymore. And that led to Woody's huge, bittersweet choice at the end. Without Forky, there's no story. So it makes sense they'd bring him back for 5. And let's not forget, Conan O'Brien's joining the cast. That's just delicious. Conan has the kind of voice that could play a brilliantly over-the-top toy, maybe some mad retro action figure nobody remembers, or something completely absurd like Talking Toaster Man. Pair him with Forky, and you've got comedy gold. Now, I know some people are skeptical. Do we really need another Toy Story? I get it, the endings have been pure chef's kiss perfect already. But honestly, if Pixar's saying they've cracked another angle, I'm not complaining. Remember, Toy Story 4 sounded unnecessary when it was announced. Then it gave us Forky, Gabby Gabby, Duke Kaboom, and a Woody farewell that had me ugly crying in the cinema surrounded by toddlers. If Toy Story 5 hits even half as hard, I'm in. What excites me most is the potential for this film to dig into the themes they've only teased before. Questions about existence, imagination, growing up in a digital age. Toy Story has always been about the relationship between kids and their toys, and how that evolves as you grow older. Now, with so many kids glued to screens instead of action figures, there's a massive opportunity to explore that shift in a heartfelt way. Forky, being this fragile symbol of imagination and creation, could be the one to remind everyone, both toys and children alike, what play's really about. So to wrap this up in proper Toy Story fashion, I think Forky's return is not just a bit of fun, it's vital. He's the key to making this next chapter more than just another romp. He represents imagination in its purest, scrappiest form, and in a world where toys might start competing with iPads and apps, that's exactly the energy we need on screen. And look, I'll be real, I cannot wait to see Forky back with Woody, Buzz, Jessie, and the gang. The sheer chaos, the comedy, the big emotional gut punch Pixar always sneaks in, it's going to be one hell of a ride. June 2026 cannot come soon enough.